Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Breeze from Rollin Free TV. I'm bringing y'all a banger today. I'm gonna call this the Wild Ride to Berdoo. So, hey, grab a seat, grab a drink, grab a snack, cause this stuff's about to get whacked. Hey, the Wild Ride to Berdoo. This is a story about when I was a prospect for the Nomads out of Spokane, Washington. Hell's Angels. You want to know what it's like to almost get sent to the upper room by the other team by the hands of a famous Mongol named Mooch. Shout out to Mooch, man. Friends now, not then. I survived to tell the story, so you guys are going to get it live. Hey, this is my little notepad. You'll notice me looking at the notes. I'm new to this, but this is going to be a banger. So, we're from Spokane, right? We're running with the Hells Angels. My dad's a member. I'm a prospect. We decide we're going to ride to Berdoo for the officers' meeting. Officers' meetings are a big deal. It's a big run. You know, hey, only two people, me and my pops, decide to run it alone. Just us, man. That's pretty gnarly. So, here we go. This is it. We're going to get on our bikes and we're going to head to the officers' meeting in San Bernardino, Berdoo, all the way down the West Coast from Washington down to California. This is gnarly. So Oregon is, it's a state that three clubs pretty much run: Brother Speed, Outsiders, and Gypsy Jokers. And now the Mongols at that time are in there thick and they're claiming their territory. They know we're there and they're very tactical. They know when they're coming. They got people watching the streets. The Mongols are not to be taken lightly. All right, so that's Oregon. This is what we got to deal with. Washington, we're good there. So that's why I'm saying Oregon, we know what we're stepping into. It's not our turf. We know some of the guys there. So we're going to take our chances, man. We're not going to ride around it, right? We start going through Oregon, dude. We rip through. We know we're being watched. We can feel it. You know, the phones are buzzing. What are you guys doing? You know, you ain't supposed to be rolling through there. Yada, yada. You know, we'll come back to that when we got to get back through. California. We have no pew-pews. None. We just caught a case with a bunch of those for our last little adventure that we tried to do through California, right? Sheesh. You know, I'm sure I've talked about that in some other videos too, but this is about this trip. We have no pew-pews. My pops has got, about 42 toothpicks on him. His bike is a Rollin razor blade. Ha! I'm up Doo-Doo Creek. But I've decided to arm myself with a paddle. It looks like a paddle. It's like a crawfish boil stirring thing. It's pretty good size, pretty stout. I felt like I could hop into action with it. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I didn't have anything that good. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see here. Got the paddle. We're entering the battle arena. This is California. This is the big leagues, homie. This is where they don't play about that stuff. Redding's quiet, man. At that time, there wasn't a lot going on, or maybe they were just doing something somewhere else. I didn't check in. I was just rolling through. It was quiet. Didn't see any other clubs. Probably grabbed a bite to eat. Hot. That place is hot as in the weather. And probably hot now with the club stuff going up there, man. Shout out to everybody doing their thing in Redding. So, we got through there nice and easy. That was nice. You know, the Bay Area, you start seeing patches everywhere. But red and white pretty much has the Bay Area locked in. right? They got, African American clubs, women clubs, riding clubs, support clubs. It's activated. So you start seeing patches, but it's going to be mostly red and white supporters. It is what it is. So that's when you get your little more awareness about you that, all right, we're playing with other clubs down here. Start looking around. We're good here, but is it going to continue to be good as we go, right? You're supposed to check in. You might have heard me say that a couple times. I didn't check in Reading. I didn't really check in with it. There's nobody in Oregon, but I didn't let any supporters or people we have there know either. So I'm rolling because in my mind, my head's on a swivel, man. I'm not trying to be on my phone and ride through enemy territory. All right, we're rolling through certain places that I don't want to make that phone call. Some of these guys are under federal indictment, or they were in the middle of felonies in progress that I had already caught a case, and I wasn't trying to call these dudes to catch another one on my way to catch another one. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I didn't call a few times when I should have, and hey, that's just me. That's just me. I'm reading that again right here. We start, SenCal starts getting aggressive. Now we're starting to get a little bit of enemies more around. People are on their phones when we stop places. People are a little aggressive driving towards us. And some close calls, some serious close calls, and just start watching your back. It's on here. Dude, by the time we get to Southern California, past SenCal, and past Kern County and into San Bernardino, it's cracking. The other team is everywhere. Mongols galore. Mongols galore, man. Everywhere watching us. Riding past us on the wrong side of the freeway. Just, they're starting to see us. We're there. And we're like, all right, we got to speed it up. Speedway, we're almost to our destination. The big OM. This is going to be crazy. It's been crazy trying to get there this whole time. Everything is just nuts. If you know what I mean. That's how I'm feeling. Been riding for 2 days, 2 or 3 days straight, probably 2. Been, trying to stay as safe as we can, but not be a pushover at the same time, right? We're not going to run from it, but we ain't going to run into it either. All right? So that's California and Oregon. So you guys heard we started in Spokane. We decided we were going to do this. Nobody's going with us. We get through Oregon just barely. That's when the people start talking. Hey, I seen them going through this and that. My dad's full patch member. I'm Prospect. We ain't hiding. We're rolling down. Right? And I'm just summing this up for everybody. We get to California. It's nice and sunny at the top, and then it starts getting ugly. The closer we get to the belly of the beast, the uglier it's getting. Southern California is where all this stuff came from. All this is where you don't want to get caught slipping. Straight up. All right, so I just want to do a little summary right there for y'all. We get to the OM. My dad is a patched member, so obviously he goes inside. Right? We get to the most famous clubhouse, Berdoo. We get to Berdoo. We roll in. There's dirty looks like, who are these guys? Because we're so far from so up north. And then there's, hey, Breeze, Algae, right? Some people are happy to see us, and then some people are just doing their own thing. There's 400 dudes there. I pick a spot to take watch. My dad goes inside. I pick a spot to take watch. I'm out in the yard talking to other prospects from all over the place. OMs are a big deal, man. This is where they're gonna hash out the hashins. They're gonna come there from different parts of all over the place, and they're gonna talk about the good things, and they're gonna talk about the bad things, and they might do felony patty cakes on each other. There might be a little little Berdoo handshake, if you might say. There's gonna be some fights. Let me just spit it out while I'm stuttering over here. Holy Toledo. So, I take a watch. My pops goes in. They have intermission, man. These two dudes from Hawaii, they're taking a lap. They look like they're talking about something. Maybe getting ready to take an issue back in there or sort it out outside. Well, guess what? They decided to sort it out outside. They start wailing on each other, dude. Jumping and kicking. They're like surfers. They're like super healthy. Dude, they're in their patches. They jump up. They start fighting, punching, kicking, jumping, tackle. These guys were on it, man. So I get back to back with somebody and like, not back to back, side by side, and we back up like to a corner just to watch and make sure nobody jumps on us either, because apparently this is the time of the meeting where everybody starts jumping on each other, right? These two dudes are going, they're doing illegal punches and kicks, so an old member runs out there and starts, you know, he's like a ref. He's like an old ref that just jumped into action. He's like, no knees, no elbows, no biting, while they're doing it. Hey, let him get up until it's over, you know. These two beat each other into like a bloody pulp until one of them wins. The old man said the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. He goes, who won that fight? The Hells Angels did. Because it was two members boxing each other, man. I never forgot that. That was funny as hell, man. Funny as hell, man. So let's keep going. After the scrap takes place, you know, they break it up. They have a drink together. They go back inside to finish the meeting. Well, inside, there's guys still hashing stuff out. I'm telling you, this is where the big problems come from. They might be fighting in there. It could get worse. This is where everything has to, you know, this is where you put it all on the table and on the line. So after all that nerve-wracking stuff, you know, it's like church. They call it church, and it's like a real church. Afterwards, you got fellowship. Everybody's out in the yard of this big Berdoo. Man, the Berdoo clubhouse is legendary. You know, it's like the first clubhouse. It's a big old pad. Well, there's a big, nice, old-school pad. There's a big green yard. There's places to hang out. There's places to park bikes. There's this big, cool flagpole with Hells Angels flags going off of it. You know, and then they got this big, badass industrial building, and it's like half a bar, half lounge, half garage. Dude, it's freaking cool. It's a legendary Hells Angels clubhouse, man. I want to tell you guys a little about that while it's on my mind. And, so, now we're in the yard. We're in the yard. We're doing fellowship, man. Everybody's got their black eyes, got their issue out, sent the good news, sent word over here, did their thing. Whatever they do, I don't want to get too far into it. Not my business, right? Only ever a prospect. I have some stories to tell. I start looking around for patches, you know, maybe a side rocker that maybe says the way. I'm from Washington at the time. I grew up in California. I know how to look for where these dudes are from, right? So I'm looking, scanning. San Jose, I know them. You know, Vallejo, they might not let me ride back with them. Looking, chill some more, talk to people. Looking, finally, I see some patches that say Frisco. And if you remember right, I said we came down through the Bay Area. So, hey, that's Frisco. Frisco's right there across the bridge from Oakland. That, you know, hey, Frisco. I see it. Boom. I recognize it. I recognize the dudes. I'm a little cautious to walk up to them. These are legends I wouldn't usually talk to unless spoken to. This is Scary Gary and Marky, Papa's son. So these are some serious dudes. Hey, I asked them, Jerry, when you guys take up off out of here, can me and my pops, you know, ride with y'all? It's a little it's getting a little black and white out there, right? So these dudes are everywhere. I don't know where they all came from, but they're everywhere we're riding to. And like I said, I got really nothing to defend myself but like a paddle. So I asked these dudes if we could ride with them, man. Can we ride with you guys to Frisco? And then it's a little more chill up out of Frisco into Redding and out of here. All right? All right. So, ask those dudes if we can ride with them. We get the approval, man. We start seeing them saying their goodbyes. We start saying our goodbyes. I'm riding this chopped up Dyna hardly dangerous, don't know what the heck it is. It's 3 bikes it's 3 Dynas built into one. It's ragamuffin, but it's cool and it gets the job done. My pops is on a newer bike, and these dudes go to throw their legs over some of the baddest bikes I've ever seen. An FXR, all the way done up, every little thing you can do to it. Fast. Sounds mean. Bad mamma jamma. So I'm like, great. The other one jumps on a Dyna. Same thing. Everything you can get, man. What? These are like 107s all the way done up. Thunder headers. Cams. All that. All that. They're all painted up. They're sick, dude. These dudes are from San Francisco. They're not playing around. They're legends. And you'll know one when you see them. So they got nice bikes. They're fast. And what are these? Me and my pops cruise. He's more of a cruiser. He's not like a youngster fat. I like to ride fast sometimes. But he does know how when he needs to. He's a like pro bike mechanic and all that. So he knows how to ride with the best of them. These guys take off out of there like a bat out of hell. I'm telling you, they're going so fast. They're going so fast. I've never ridden that fast. They're splitting lanes at 90. My bike's falling apart. I'm trying to keep up. My dad goes by me. He's like, flips me off. What are you thinking, asking to ride with these dudes? And then he catches up to him, and I'm on the chopper just white knuckles. I gotta try to keep up with these dudes, man. It's insane. And they have no mercy on the road, man. I'm getting excited right here. Whoo! We're lucky to have made it out of Berdoo, man. We were ripping down the freeway. Ripping, dog. And they're going first, and I can't keep up with them, and I'm riding fast. I'm going every bit of 90 miles per hour. And they're starting to get up to 100, 110, and they're slowly just getting further away from me, and they're not trying to wait. So I would say when you're riding with your bros, you're trying to be like that far off his tire, and you're like pretty much looking at the tail light. The bike can't keep up. They can't, they can only do so much before it's like they're not going to wait up for me. So, hey, like I said, we're in enemy territory. It's deep. We're lucky to get through where it was like a beehive of Mongols everywhere trying to get us. And we get past that. We're now cars, phones are ringing. People are watching. There's supporters out on the roads. You got to understand how this stuff works. Hey, people are trying to ram us. They see us splitting lanes. They see us coming, and they're just barely missing them. And then they see little slow me. And they're really trying to get me, right? I'm double cornered. I'm working through it. I'm getting around it. This is gnarly. Dude, OG from Frisco gets bored, pulls over, they're on the freeway when it splits. There's like those yellow trash cans in California, and then like a big triangle. He parks in that triangle, gets off his bike, lights up a ciggy. Like nothing's happening. He just sits on his bike. He's looking around, smoking, and we're like, what are you doing? Homeboy, what the heck? I'm just a prospect, so I just get up and start watching, head on a swivel. We're in the middle of the freeway. I'm looking like Carrie. I'm looking everywhere, not seeing much. We're getting some dirty looks. He don't give a rip. He is going to smoke his cigarette, and if anybody wants it, they can get it. Homeboy's father was taken, unfortunately, by some events like that. I don't want to go too far into it, man. Rest in peace to him. All the respect. So, legend. So, he's like tripping too. He's like, man, we were just sitting ducks right here, dog. Finish that thing up so we can get going. This is not the perfect time to pull over and have a stogie. Oklahoma? No. But, hey, not the right time. My dad, same thing, just lights up with them. They think they're cool. They're looking pretty cool. It's also looking pretty sketchy. So they finish their cigarettes, get back on their bikes. My dad's cussing me. Man, why'd you want to ride with these guys? Look at what you're doing. Your bike's falling apart. Man. We get back on the bike. Bop, 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 just ripping. All right, we're in like outside of LA, getting into SenCal. That's when people start getting up on us, you know, headed towards Fresno. And it's real serious there. That's not a place you want to be caught messing around either. All these places I'm talking about are not, these are battle zones, battle arenas, dude, of like warriors. It's a real thing you might not know about. So we start heading up towards Fresno, man. There's like a place at the Grapevine, one of those gas stations, the one with the phone booth. It's like pretty well known. Pull over right there. Fueling our bikes up, man. Hey, a prospect from Fresno rolls up sweating. Boom. Hey, sees us. We turn, look at him. He pulls up all crazy, right? Let me go back here a second. Let me travel back to, like I said, I was getting left behind by these dudes and people were trying to get me, right? The lagger. They were trying to get me. They're catching up to me. Yada, yada. Well, I get about, at all times, I'm about 4 semis behind these dudes in lengthwise. I can still see them, but they're not slowing down. They're leaving me behind. They get off at this exit I'm talking about, and this is where their exit goes down like this, and mine goes, the road seat's going straight. So when you get off the exit, you go down, and here's the lip of the freeway and a little hill, right? Well, they left me so far behind, I'm trying to get in between these truckers. I can barely do it, and I give it everything it's got. I miss these trucks by that much on each side, and I just missed the exit. And I see the exit start going by, and I'm just too far into the turn to look back now, and I want Scout's honor. I launched this Dynam monster bike off the freeway. Boom. Airtime. Boom, boom. I land it, man. I swear I'm going as fast as it'll go. I jump it. I land down on the freeway, and then I just lay on the brakes. After I get it under control, man. They're at the off-ramp, turned around looking at me. One of them's like, what is going on? The other one's going like this, and my dad is like, holy shit. And everyone's just tripping, dog. But I made it off the exit. You know what? I know it sounds like I'm putting a lot of hot sauce on things, but I jumped the bike, all right? There's some cool stuff that happens on these runs, and that was one of them. I thought it was cool. So these guys are Frisco are calling their friends up in Washington and going, dude, this guy's can't ride for shit. He just flew off the freeway. He can't keep up. You know, I've been a rider my whole life, but these dudes are the elite, right? And especially Frisco. I don't know what I was thinking either, but they were calling up. They were talking to their boys in Washington, and one of the Washington guys calls me and he goes, hey, one of my trucker friends just called me and said, you ride like shit. Because he's like saying one of those truckers I cut off just barely on both sides, man. I'm so lucky to be alive on so many levels of this trip. Boom! Fly off. Bam! I land it. Skid on the brakes, like I said, man. Everybody's tripping. We get up to that gas station. Finally, after all that, they're teasing me. We're laughing, getting gas, looking around. I'm prospect. Got to keep my head on a swivel. Another lone prospect pulls up from Fresno, sweating, tripping. So they pass me. I'm behind them, and then I guess this guy's all the way back, and he's been trying to tail us the whole time and having his own problems, man. And I'm talking people opening their doors, people trying to hit you, things flying out of cars. I mean, people put nuts and bolts in jars and make stuff out of that, but they throw it down, give you a flat tire, make you crash, you know, all the bolts go everywhere. It's wild. The rules of the road and the biker code is wild. So he pulls up, he's like, hey, we already know what's going on. And we look, he's got company, dog. One of these fools decided today's the day they're going to try this prospect. And that we had gotten past him, and they're going to get this dude. truck full of essays, dude. They're pulling up on him. They seen that he had just found us. So now there's 4 of us and 1 of him. That's 5. We outnumber the 3 in the car that we're pursuing him, that we're gonna do something bad to him. They decide to just keep it pushing. Now we're like, "What's up, homeboy? What happened?" He's telling us, "Same thing, man. These guys are opening doors. They're trying to hit me. They just were tailing me off the damn thing. I'm glad I seen you guys, man. You know, we're lucky to be alive. We ran into each other." He said, "Hey, can I ride with you guys the rest of the way to Fresno?" Now we got the 5-man crew, right? And we just, we saved his tail by literally saving his tail. So he got there, those dudes turned, we fuel up. It's really cool that at the gas station, this random like hillbilly lady's watching this all go on. It's all over once again. Okay, we get our gas, we're laughing. We go in there, grab a water, grab an energy drink, grab a sandwich, whatever you're gonna get, right? This is quick. Eat, drink, get on the road. Do your party favors. We gotta go. Hey, we got all our stuff. We got up to the counter and the lady was like, "Hey, you know what? Today, guys, your gas and all your food is on me." She gave it to us all free. All 5 bikes filled up and Belly's tanks filled too. That was pretty cool, man. Shout out to that lady. What a trip. What a trip it's been. So let me check my notes real quick, right? All right. So instead of we're not going to ride all the way up to these clubhouses. When it's your exit, right? The homeboy's going to give you a hand signal and he's going to take his exit, bro. We pass Fresno. That's homeboy's exit. He gives us the salute. Thank you. I'm out. Good luck to him. We're not too far from Frisco now, right? We're about a few more hours. So we're ripping with these guys, man. They're crazy. It's been a wild ride all through SenCal and SoCal. Dudes are trying to get us bad. They've been hearing, they know when something's going on. So they're on us, man. They've been on us the whole time. What a wild ride it's been so far. So far, so good. So like I said, NorCal is a little bit more laid back at the time. This is all probably 10 years ago that I'm speaking on. So it's old news, but it's my news. It's my story. These are things that happened and how it went, according to me. So NorCal is a little more laid back. We get up to NorCal, we got to do another gas up. You got to gas up about every 100 miles. Every 100 miles, homie, you got to gas up, take a leak, check, make sure all your nuts and bolts are still on your bike, look around, see which way you're going to go, check your phone, take a little break. So right before we get up out, we get the guy, we stop, we say our goodbyes to Frisco. We did pull over for a second and say bye to them. They said, "We're going to take this next exit, man. Thanks for riding with us. Told me I suck." And took off. Dirt on my head, right? Then, it's me and my pops, man. All we got to do is get through Oregon. And this is Mooch's territory. Once again, this dude's not to be trifled with. He was running a serious program, and he had people in certain places. All right? So, when I was talking about earlier, we were riding down through Oregon, then their phones started going off. When you're on the freeway, there's always people watching it, or people in cars, friend, cousin, supporter, other club brother. You don't know what clubs you're passing. Everybody knows somebody. Our phones start ringing, or the text. We're at the gas station. All right, we're gonna go up through Oregon. We're good. Texts start coming in. Hey, they're posted up here. They're posted up there. We're going, all right, cool. Where are they at? And they're saying like the gas station that we stopped at the first time, the road we take down. They got it strategically mapped out, and I'm surprised they didn't have the back way we ended up taking covered, but we had a little inside knowledge as well. So they're very militant. They were going to get us, and you know, I'm glad the phones went off and we decided not to overstep with our egos and get somebody hurt or ourselves. So people were calling, you know, and I'm looking at the source. They're saying the right roads, so I know it's a serious tip. So I got a few connections in Oregon. I call Oregon. I call my white friends in Oregon. Let them know what's going on. You know, even some of them had heard about it. Didn't think it was, you know, the usual, just what we do. Nothing crazy yet, but it's getting to that point. So they told us where we could meet them. You know, get a game plan going and try to get through this state. Try to get through the state alive, man. And they're risking the skin off their ass to help us through as well. Shout out to them. Always having our backs, man. So they were kind enough. They were kind enough to reroute us and escort us out up into our stomping grounds. At that time, in my mind, Washington was ours. When we get there, it's a breath of fresh air. We made it through, man. Mooch didn't get me this time. He was after us, but we made it through, barely. Hey, get to Washington. You see the sign, welcome to Washington. I'm stoked. I'm thinking, hey, I'm home. I can take a breath. This is my stomping ground right now. Now they got to watch out for me. I've had enough, right? All of a sudden, my chest, I'm home, boy. Whatever. So, they were kind enough to escort us out of town. We get there, we're feeling good. We've made it through the battle zone, through the trenches, through this and that. It's been a long journey. We've done things wrong, we've done things right, and we've just avoided some fights or a trip to the upper room. Before I wrap all this up, I just wanted to say I wouldn't want to imagine what would happen if he did ambush us and, you know, how the dice would have rolled on that one. But I guarantee that, you know, it wouldn't have been good. I can say that. And he wasn't playing and we weren't playing either. And it's not a good thing. It could have got ugly real quick. And they were trying to get there real quick. So had we crossed paths, man, shout out to Mooch. He's a good friend of mine now. I look up to him. I watch his stuff. It's whatever. This is the game we play. So finally, I get back to the trailer park. I need to decompress. It's been so much. It's been wild. I can't even fathom it all when I get home, man. I just need to kick off my boots, hydrate, eat something, and sleep, you know. These big trips on motorcycles, they wear on you. My ass was killing me from that chopper seat, just beating it all the way down the highways and the byways and back. And just, man. Guess what? I'm getting there. I'm getting relaxed. I got a shower, change of clothes. I had a snack and some water, and I'm like, hit the couch, and the phone rings. Guess who it is? Big bad smiling Rick, and he's got some bad news for me. He says, hey man, you didn't call me, you didn't let me know what was going on, you know, maybe we could have helped you get through some of those tight squeezes I'm hearing about. You didn't call me, you didn't call the towns you were rolling through. Well, the towns I was rolling through are straight gangster felon, you know, sending people up to the room and putting them in ovens, mother brothers, and all that. And no disrespect to them or anything like that, but I wasn't trying to go get caught up in one of those because I already had a case going. That was my excuse. But on the other hand, what if I could have called and asked for reinforcements or escorts, kind of like when we got to Oregon? Maybe these guys could have helped us through California. But hey, I'm a man. I got time to wipe my ass and get a snack at the gas station and make sure I don't get taken out, and check the important messages of this and that, but I'm not thinking to call somebody and be like, yo, I'm about to roll through your town at 90 miles per hour. You know, I'm not going to have time to say hi or anything, but just so you know I'm here. I get it. I get the part where that comes in handy. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. Y'all know me. So Smiling's mad. I apologize to him, man. I apologize. My bad. I'm a prospect. I don't know nothing. It's a wowsy, it's a woozy, it's a wobbler. My bad, dog. And he goes, yeah, that's 6 more months, prospect, and hung up on me. That's where this story comes to an end, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I got more to come. I got a lot of stories like this, and hey, catch y'all on the flip side.